and being inspired by it, looking at our own life, what does it do with us, and we're sharing that with you on a daily basis. So last night I was reading about the 35th hexagram, and I caught myself thinking, I get it. I know that. Oh, yeah. Like that, totally in my mind, analyzing it and leaving it in my mind, not really allowing it to move through me, but to really, oh yeah, I know that. Or I've been there, I've done that, right? It is the mind that, or my mind was really analyzing it and categorizing it. And this hexagram is all about allowing the life energy to just run through you, to wash through you, to open your heart, to allow that change, the adventure of living, and move out into expressing you in the world. And how often have you said, oh, I've done that already, I've been there, yeah, I know that, or I don't know that, all from the mind trying to categorize and preventing you from actually really experiencing life and living.
And when you say, I know that, or I don't know that, it's okay, but you make it the stopping point. It's like, I know that is like a big stop to what else is around the corner. What else could there be about that? What could I learn about it?
And it's really moving you into the ivory tower of your mind and preventing you from having that fulfilling life adventure. And the mind thinks that it has to guide you through the adventure, which is actually not correct. It is when you free yourself of the control of the mind that the adventure of the heart can begin.
And that's the gift of the 35th gate, 35th hexagram, is this taste for experience and adventure. So it's just, it wants to try this, it wants to try that, and it can be seen as a negative thing or it's a positive, but it's really, it's this taste for adventure that we're gonna play with today. It's like, yes, I'll have this, and I'll try this, and I'll try this. And there's this whole transitoriness about this, is like, yep, if this doesn't work, then I'll try this. This whole, we're in like line 3, the third line, which is all about trial and error. And it's, yeah, I'll try this and try that. And yeah, that's a really fun way to live an adventurous life, rather than, I know that already, and
I've done that.
I've got that.
I don't need to go there anymore.
Yeah, so this really invites this playful quality of experience and trial and error. Try this, try that, I'll have this, I'll have that.
And if you're interested in an orgasmic, miraculous, magical life, nothing is the same ever. You don't know this present moment. You might have understood a theory or have thought about something, and yeah, I've been there, done that, but in this present moment it shows up differently. Yeah, the color blue is always the same, but in this light it looks different than in that light, and it looks different than yesterday. So really allowing the ever-changing life to be with you, to dance with you, and you're a part of the dancer. You're part of the dancer, you're a part of the dance. And this is where we actually have choice, right? We might not have choice in what unfolds in our life, but we have a total choice in how we interact with life. We can sit in our ivory tower trying to understand life, always searching for the fulfillment of that hunger within us to be alive, to live a full life.
Or having the fantasy, right? It's like going into the fantasy of it and never really touching down into actual life, and not getting messy with it. This is about getting messy with it. As I sit with my white, I have a white skirt on and my little flowered top, I'll get very messy.
Watch her after the show.
I'm going to rip it off and get into my work clothes. My other work clothes.
So perceive that energy of allowing yourself to jump out of your ivory tower, allow your spirit to free yourself from the slavery of the mind. It's not that the mind is bad, but it's doing a job that it's not built for. The mind is beautiful, but not in the role of running your life. That's not what it's made for.
And it's not, the mind really wants to keep the status quo. So this is all about wanting this like profound emotional experience. It's the interactive. It's really getting interactive with the plants, the animals, the life energy and experience. That's what it's all about. So what is it that in your life that you said, oh yeah, I know that, I've danced before, I've played the piano, I've sung, what else is new? Like, where are you being that in your life? And if you asked a question like, what else can I learn about this? What else don't I know yet? What else can I discover? And it's not about experiences necessarily always on the outside, right? This gate is about the inner. So we want to really go into the inner, and what would be like an inner adventure.
That can express itself in the outside, but it begins from that life energy that runs through you.
And I liked, we were talking earlier, you were talking about loving me.
Oh.
Tell that story.
Yes, sweet. We were looking, okay, what makes an adventure real?
An inner adventure.
Yeah, and for me, it's like, I can theoretically love Juna. And say, yeah, I have this image of her as a goddess in my world, right? But it might not have anything to do who she actually is. And if I allow myself to open my heart and allow that loving, caring, the adventure gets very juicy and very fulfilling, I must say. And I can say, I don't must say.
Yeah, and it gets messy. Like with the two of us, we call each other on each other's crap all the time. Like and we both want that. We've asked for that. So it's not all pretty and pink and roses and all that stuff. That's the adventure of getting messy with it. It's getting interactive. It's getting intimate with all of it. Not the pretty picture and, oh, I don't want to go there if you're not being that, I'm not being that. No, it's who else are you? Who are you today?
And the willingness to get hurt, to be intense, right? That comes with that adventure.
Yeah.
And the beauty of life is that it always will change. So when we have a sucky day or it is a difficult day, we know it will change again. And one thing, here's a little relationship advice. One thing that we always do when we go to bed at the same time, we really consciously look at each other's eyes. No matter where we are at in our relationship or in life, it's really allowing that connection in this moment to be made, and then we fall asleep. It changes something. Then our dreams can take us somewhere else, and things just change overnight. Things change all the time.
That's being intimate with life.
And being messy. Like a magical, orgasmic life is a messy life. And yes, it is risky. And yes, you risk all your securities. But that's the fun of it.
You will hurt someone. You will fall down. You will get back up. You will make amends. All of it.
And you will soar. And you will be magical. And you are magical. Get the joy of that.
Getting messy.
So really take today and allow that contemplation of life rushing through you, opening your heart to it, and being willing to be messy and adventurous, and catching yourself when you say, I don't know, or I know, I've done that already, and moving to your ivory tower.
That's the beginning of aging. If you guys want an anti-aging thing, don't do that. You want to go, what else can I learn? What else can I know? What else is there to discover? And that will keep you young and beautiful and gorgeous as you are.
The endless adventure. So take that energy and allow yourself to contemplate with that life force, life energy, loving you, dancing with you throughout the day, jumping out of your ivory tower into the dance of living.
Get messy with it. Get messy with it. And remember, with this, you're creating a whole new world today. A whole new messy world.
Oh, beautiful world.
Beautiful
messy,
world.
Beautiful.
Loving
diverse.
world. Yes.
And we will see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock here at Synergy in Motion.
Right.